It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so we will continue the long tradition here on True School Sports of covering Japanese boxing from the American perspective. You guys know, man, one of my favorite fighters from Japan. You know, he's not really a big name yet. I think he will be one day. I think this year, you know, as I've stated many times, 2024 in boxing is going to be the year of the featherweight division. And y'all can say the date. Featherweight has another notable fight on the cards, April the 17th in Japan at Korakuen Hall. You're going to get one of Japan's most technically proficient fighters, Hayato Tsutsumi, in his now, what is it, his fifth pro fight. You know, so in his fifth pro fight, Hayato Tsutsumi will be stepping up to fight the former bantamweight champion and the wildly veteran, the now 38-year-old veteran, 43-6-1 veteran, Anselmo Moreno. Yes, that Anselmo Moreno. He's still alive, he's still kicking, and he's still wheeling and dealing and getting it done. Very important fight for the featherweight division because, you know, when you look at the WBA rankings, you know, Hayato Tsutsumi is ranked number 10, and Anselmo Moreno is ranked number 9, right? So the winner of this fight is going to be a solidified top 10 contender and move up the division, and then all of a sudden, you know, you get to the names like Dominique Francis, Angelo Leo, these kind of guys, Luis Nunez, you know, these kind of guys in and around where they're ranked, and that could be the next fight. Maybe the WBA makes a final eliminator between the winner of this fight and one of those three guys I mentioned, right? But it's a good fight because, you know, if you look at Hayato's last fight, Hayato Tsutsumi in his last fight, he took on the very tough Dominican power puncher, Luis Ventura, right? And Hayato had never got a knockout. The knock on Hayato Tsutsumi in his career thus far, up to that point, was he can't punch, he's not getting knockouts. Does he have enough punching power at the world-class level to really and truthfully like make a statement and keep the bigger guys off of him, right? So in that fight, you saw Hayato Tsutsumi fight a more aggressive, calculated, power-punching style. And not only did he beat the brakes off Ventura, but he stopped him in 3 rounds. So a lot of people in boxing, you know, a lot of boxing degenerates and boxing nerds like myself are really excited about the ceiling of Hayato Tsutsumi as one of the best fighters coming out of Japan right now. And a lot of people are pegging him as a guy that's going to be champion, that's going to really and truthfully just beat a lot of guys in this division. So I'm very intrigued about this fight because going to the Anselmo Moreno side of things, you know, Mareno, he's, you know, it's been a while. You know, I remember covering Anselmo Moreno many years ago on this channel. I was younger back then, you know. Now I'm a bit of an old head, you know. The hair don't curl and grow back like it used to. But you know, I remember when he fought Shinsuke Yamanaka in some real great fights. He lost to Julio Ceja a couple years ago, but since he lost to Julio Ceja, he's won 7 fights in a row. He's on a 7-fight winning streak. He hasn't been beaten. Let me see. He got beat, but the Ceja fight was like in probably what, 2018, 2019, 2017. So he hasn't lost in 6 years. He's 7 fights unbeaten. But when you really like check under the hood and look at who has this guy beaten, who has he fought, it's a lot of nondescript opposition in Panama. So he's just been staying busy, building that record up, building back to this point. And the way I view it, because you got to view it this way when a guy is 38, this is Anselmo Moreno's last shot to really build towards a world title. If he loses this fight, you know, you're probably looking at a retirement for Anselmo Moreno, or at least him being done at the world level, because he could ill afford a loss. But one thing I know about Anselmo Moreno is he's a very crafty southpaw. He's not like the biggest puncher, but he's respectable. Even though his knockout ratio is not the highest, he's 34% as a knockout puncher. You know, still I think sharp and has that stinging power. So Hayato Tsutsumi's got to be very careful with what Mareno brings to the table. It's a southpaw versus orthodox matchup, right? So I think, you know, we saw a lot in the Ventura fight from Tsutsumi. We saw him go ahead and be aggressive and throw that straight right hand very aggressively in that fight. And obviously his distance control and his ability to probe with the jab and get in and out was very good as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he deals with somebody with more experience, because let's be real, Ventura was not as experienced or as seasoned in the professional ranks as a guy like Mareno. So I think Mareno can show Tsutsumi some different looks, and I think there will be some times in that fight where Tsutsumi, you know, learns a little bit, learns about the pro game a little bit more because, like I said, Mareno's very crafty and he knows his way around that boxing ring. So it's good. I'm glad that Anselmo Moreno's in a big fight because I've been seeing his name in the WBA rankings for the longest time. And I've been wondering, when, where, and who the hell is going to be his, step-up notable fight. I was hoping it would be Dominique Francis from South Florida because I would have loved to see Dominique get that fight because I think it'd be winnable for him. But he's fighting Hayato Tsutsumi, and I can't complain. So he's going to have to go be the Road Warrior and fight in Japan and try to win at Corkin Hall. And best of luck to him. It should be a really good fight. I got it circled on my calendar, and it just continues a great year for the featherweight division. Now, last thing, and I'll end on this note. If Hayato Tsutsumi wins this fight, he'd probably go from number 10 to at least number 8, right? Which would put him right behind someone like Angelo Leo, right? And I think with Oderbek Komatov and Ford fighting, one of them's going to be out the picture soon, at least below Tsutsumi. Stephen Folan has talked about going to 130, so we don't know what the hell he's going to do, right? So let's just act like he's not even there. And then you got Victor Morales, Luis Nunez, and Mirko Cuello at number 4, all right? So I think it's very possible and very feasible that if Tsutsumi wins this fight, he could be ordered to fight in a final eliminator next. And I think, this is my opinion, I think that final eliminator could come against someone like an Angelo Leo. That's just what I think. And if that happens, I love that fight. I think it'd be a great fight for the featherweight division, and I think it'd be a fight that the boxing fans would be very satisfied to watch. So we'll see how it goes, but that's the news. Hayato Tsutsumi is back in action April 17th, I think? April 17th, Corkin Hall, and he takes on the former bantamweight champion and wildly veteran, the 38-year-old Anselmo Moreno. So happy days and fun times ahead in the featherweight division. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure to subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.